The 2020 election includes a contentious state Senate race between Republicans Janet Palmtag and Julie Slama for the Nebraska Legislature's District 1 seat. District 1 includes Johnson, Nemaha, Otoe, Pawnee, and Richardson counties in southeastern Nebraska. About 36,000 people live in this very rural district. Current District 1 Senator Julie Slama of Peru is running for re-election. Slama was chosen by Governor Pete Ricketts to take over the spot vacated when former District 1 Senator Dan Watermeyer stepped down in January of 2019. She is currently a law student at the University of Nebraska and has an undergraduate degree from Yale University. Slama has been endorsed by Governor Pete Ricketts, Lieutenant Governor Mike Foley, Attorney General Doug Peterson, former Governor Kay Orr, the Nebraska Farm Bureau, and the National Rifle Association. Several current Republican state senators have also endorsed Slama. With Slama's seat up for re-election, she is now faced with challenger Janet Palmtag, a real estate broker from Syracuse. Palmtag announced she was running for the seat in June 2019. Palmtag's endorsements include former Governor Dave Heineman, United States Representative Jeff Fortenberry, former Secretary of State John Gale, and a handful of former U.S. senators. Both candidates consider themselves strong conservatives, and both consider property tax relief, the Second Amendment, pro-life values, and rural broadband access to be some of their major issues. One major issue the candidates don't agree on is casino gambling. Nebraskans will vote on a series of ballot initiatives this election that would legalize gambling at the state's horse racing tracks. Palmtag supports the initiatives, but Slama is against them. In the primary election in May, Slama beat Palmtag by about 4,300 votes. However, both moved on to the general election after beating out competitor Dennis Shart. The District 1 race has involved a lot of back and forth between the two candidates, but here are some of the highlights. The controversy heated up when the Nebraska Republican Party put out an ad in May asserting that Palmtag sides with the radical extremists in Lincoln, with photos of her and independent state senator Ernie Chambers of Omaha side by side. Many legislators and people on social media condemned the ad, and some saw it as racist. Some have attacked the Republican Party for spending money on attacking a fellow Republican. Republican Party Chair Dan Welch eventually said the mailer crossed the line, but Governor Pete Ricketts has continued to defend it. Slama has stayed mostly silent on the issue, but said she doesn't regret any of the mailers the Republican Party has sent on her behalf.
A campaign flyer supporting Slama shows her opponent, Janet Palmtag, next to Chambers, saying Palmtag sides with, quote, Lincoln liberals, atheists, and radical extremists. Palmtag sent us this statement, quote, the negative attacks by Julie Slama against my faith and my conservative principles have no place in Nebraska. She adds the flyer crossed the line and that Slama owes her and voters an apology. Chambers defended Palmtag Monday.
I think this woman is due the apology. She didn't do anything wrong. They thought she might win. What could they do that would hurt her the most? Say she's in line with Chambers.
The candidates have also gone back and forth about holding a debate. Slama has asserted that Palmtag refuses to debate her. Palmtag then responded by saying she'd agree to a debate after Slama apologizes for her attack ads. Palmtag has focused her attacks on Slama's voting record, calling out times she was present but not voting during important votes in the legislature. Slama then defended her record, stating she has one of the highest voting records in the legislature, and said Palmtag mischaracterized the purpose of several bills she had not voted on. Recently, Slama called out what her campaign called a surrogate of Palmtag's campaign for sending sexually explicit and threatening messages to Slama. Palmtag responded on Twitter, saying the man in question does not have a position with her campaign, and said the words were inappropriate and he should apologize. Palmtag recently took a jab at Slama by pointing out that her longest held job before the legislature was as a lifeguard in high school, and made a joke about her not voting in the legislature. Slama responded by saying her time as a lifeguard had nothing to do with her legislative abilities and praised the work lifeguards do. In this race full of heated exchanges, it is ultimately District 1 voters who will decide if Slama will continue to hold office or if Palmtag will take her place.